The House That Whispers intro. The Dempsey family moves into an old colonial house in a remote village, hoping to escape city life. The house, though beautiful, has been vacant for years, and the locals refuse to speak about its past. The family ignores the rumors, but strange occurrences soon begin. At night, the house seems to whisper. The creaks of the floorboards sound almost like voices, and shadows move when no one is around. The family's two children, Olivia and Ethan, begin hearing these whispers more frequently, and they seem to be calling their names. Chapter 1. The Unseen Guests. Olivia, a curious 10-year-old, begins hearing whispers at night. They start as faint murmurs, but soon she can make out her name being called. At first she thinks it's her younger brother Ethan playing a prank, but as time passes, the voices grow louder and more distinct. They are coming from the walls. Ethan also begins to experience strange events, seeing flickers of movement in his peripheral vision. Every time he turns to look, there's nothing there. The siblings start to feel like they are being watched, even when alone. Chapter 2. The Journal. One day, while exploring the attic, Olivia finds an old, dusty journal hidden beneath the floorboards. The journal belonged to a young girl named Mary, who once lived in the house in the early 1900s. Mary writes about hearing the same whispers, but her entries grow darker as she describes shadowy figures that watched her at night. In her final entry, Mary writes about being visited by the Whispering Ones who wanted her to join them. That was the last anyone ever heard of Mary. Olivia begins to realize that the whispers aren't just voices, they are invitations. Chapter 3. The Whispering Ones. The more Olivia and Ethan try to ignore the whispers, the louder they become. Soon, the voices are no longer confined to the night. During the day, the house feels alive with unseen presences, and shadows in the corners move on their own. Olivia confides in her parents, but they dismiss it as overactive imaginations. Desperate, the children search the house for answers and discover strange symbols carved into the basement walls. Ethan swears he can feel something cold moving through the room whenever they enter. Chapter 4. A Dark History. Olivia and Ethan meet an elderly neighbor who finally shares the truth about the house. Decades ago, a family living there began hearing whispers, and soon, their two children disappeared without a trace. The townspeople believed the house was cursed, haunted by the spirits of those who had been lured away by the whispers. The neighbor warns the children to stay out of the basement, as that's where the spirits are strongest. She tells them that the only way to stop the whispers is to confront the Whispering Ones and deny their invitation. Chapter 5. Into the Basement. That night, Olivia and Ethan make the terrifying decision to go into the basement and confront whatever is haunting their home. The air is thick with tension as they descend the creaking stairs, the whispers growing louder with each step. In the dark, they see shadowy figures forming out of the corners of the room. The Whispering Ones reveal themselves, children who had been taken by the house over the years, now trapped in the dark forever. The figures beckon Olivia and Ethan to join them, promising peace to follow. The siblings must fight the overwhelming urge to give in to the voices, remembering Mary's final warning in the journal. Chapter 6. Breaking the Curse. Using the journal's final page as guidance, Olivia recites an incantation Mary had discovered but never used. As she speaks the words, the house begins to shake, and the shadows shriek in anger. Ethan feels the cold grip of one of the spirits, but he refuses to be pulled in. Suddenly, the whispers stop. The basement falls silent, and the shadowy figures fade into the walls. The curse is broken. Epilogue. The Dempsey family leaves the house, forever changed by their experience. The whispers are gone, but the house remains, waiting for its next victims. The village returns to its quiet ways, and the story of the Whispering House becomes just another local legend.